Good morning, everybody. This is the Uncanny Omar from the very channel you are subscribed to. I hope so. Near mint condition, the home of collected editions. How is everybody doing this fine Saturday? Wow, my picture's so big because my wife is not here yet. She kindly volunteered to take our dog to go get his nails trimmed. Man, I think I need to get that guy drunk before getting his nails trimmed. He's gets so anxious. Anyway, how is everybody doing this fine morning? Hey, Phil, how are you, my friend? Happy minty Saturday, you guys. It is a minty morning, even though it's kind of dark and dull out there in the state of Kentucky. I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. It's okay so far. It's okay. The muscle, actually, the muscle worked with a little bit of medication. So here's hoping. I think I hear her. She just got here. Wait, we're supposed to subscribe to Near Mint. You know darn well you're supposed to. You know darn well. This is a designated Joe Madfree, so I'm going to lay it into Omnidog the next time I have him on here. I'm going to interview Joe Mad with Omnidog one day. Hey, Ken, how are you doing? What are the best cookies to dunk in milk? Sugar. You mean Dunkaroos? I'm adequate. Good for you, Joe. Sorry, I read Joe Mad at the same time I read I'm adequate. Adequate is a good way of putting it. 36 chambers of Omar's basement. Oh, Lord. I've got enough of those. Oreos. That's a good one. That's a good one. Happy chilly morning from Chicago. I will be in Chicago at C2E2 if anybody goes to conventions. Lars, myself, Oddfell, and Amanda will be up there. So really excited to see, and we'll do a little meet and greet too. I'm trying to decide where exactly, because the last place we picked, it was kind of loud to get to know people, but we still had a lot of fun. Supposed to get a snowstorm in like 6 hours. Good time to cozy up and stay. Dang it, are we really? Ugh. The G.I. Joe Kickstarter compendiums came Wednesday this week. Can't wait to read them in March, hopefully. Mine actually shipped, so I should be getting them. Oh, actually, no, mine shipped to Max, where I ended up getting them, and we're doing the Cobra G.I. Joe, Cobra G.I. Joe, Cobra G.I. Joe. Like, how many are there? 5, I think. So that was really cool. I'm glad I found. I'm glad I talked them into doing that. So if you have a friend that did the Kickstarter and you want blue and red, mix Cobra and Joe together, that's what you do. My week was okay, my brother. My week was okay. What is up, Sato? How are you, hermano? Hey, baby. Thank you. All right, as long as you're joining us. Heard Omar's basement is the closest thing to modern day Library of Alexandria. Yes, if you like words with pictures, my friend. I was trying to think, do I have any books down here? Any books without pictures? And I think they're all upstairs in our library upstairs. How's my mom doing? She's doing okay. I just called her right before I started. I was in the habit of calling my dad before I would start my live stream to remind him that if I don't pick up, it's because I'm doing this, but I would still pick up when my dad called. So I'd tell her the same thing. No, I'm at Marvel Max Daredevil run. Marvel Max. Did they do a Max of Daredevil? You mean Deadpool? No, wait. That is Daredevil, right? Reading God Loves Man kills Epic this weekend. Double dips some hardcovers, but really is prime Claremont. 80s Batman this week, followed by Finest, the first half of Starland. Wow, you're in for some great reading, man. I am trying to hunt down a copy of Daredevil Omnibus by Charles Soule for less than $300. Any tips on where to look or if it is getting a reprint? I know it was voted in our top 20, so Marvel has been amazing at reprinting those, but every once in a while they need some bangers out there, so they kind of slow down the reprint, and that's why we have to do it again this year. So that will be in April sometime, as soon as the catalog is all up, which I think is towards the end of March, if I'm not mistaken. And please, I think Kenny reached out to me. He's the one that actually knows. Him and who else? The gentleman Phil from not my buddy Phil Owens here, but Phil from the Epic Marvel group on Facebook. They both keep an eye on the catalogs. I think it's towards the end of March usually. Good morning and happy Saturday. What is up, Lionheart? How are you, brother? Words with come without pictures, right? Who would have thought? Great to see you. How are you, Dana? Do you even read books without pictures? Yeah, it's called the forwards and preface to comics. Thank you so much, Tina. You need to balance that. Valentine's Day movie for Reels Talk. Oh gosh, don't remind Amanda. Ever think about a Wolverine reading order? all the time. But the problem, what keeps me from doing reading orders sometimes is I can't find certain trades that I used to have. Like, I don't know what happened to my Greg Rucka complete collection. And surely that will be collected in a modern epic one day. But I like to show off the art book and stuff, or the art in the book. There's no pictures. How would you read them, right? Favorite DC title run of all time? Oh, that's hard. It's got to be Nightwing, Batman, or Gotham Central. One of those two, if I had to pick out of those three. Or JSA. JSA's up there too. My comment didn't post. How do we get a Max Daredevil run by Bendis? By Ennis. It did post. You have Marvel call up Ennis and see if he's interested, maybe? Is that what you mean? Because I don't think there's ever been any. Hey, Ron, I owe you an email, my friend. I owe you an email, and I hope you're doing good, brother. Really excited for Nascenti's Daredevil. Me too. I think mine came in yesterday. I've got some boxes I haven't opened up. But Tina and I like to do it on TikToks. We like to do unboxings on TikToks. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I want to wish everyone a wonderful weekend and go Birds. Is this a football thing? I think that's a football thing, isn't it? We got Shadowland reprinted. I'm sure Soul will be at some point down the line. Absolutely. Omar, are you ready to start receiving donations for your next milestone? Not yet, but thank you so much. That is so kind. Not yet. I'm still trying to make room, still trying to I got to get rid of these books. I just mailed out like 10 boxes the week before last. Just to random people, and then some people that have lost their homes, and a couple of my viewers that won things. But I'm thinking maybe around 120. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Melanie. I want to do it once a year, even if we don't get to another milestone. What's your favorite ongoing DC title? Oh, that's a hard one because there's a lot of good ones. Maybe Green Lantern? Birds of Prey's up there too, but Green Lantern. Omar, what team are you putting your library up on? Eagles or Chiefs? The Eagles or Chiefs? But to pick between both? Man, I don't know, brother. The Chiefs. Did they win last year? Who won last year? Whoever didn't win last year. Hey, what's up, Big Stu? Omar, I went to MegaCon yesterday. Bought lots of Lego, people. Easier to carry around the con. Any announcements this week? Yeah. Got one coming out tomorrow. Today, if you're on Patreon. Note to self, to watch NMC, you have to first turn on your computer. Good morning. Omar, wishing you all well. Thank you, brother. Hey, Omar, when you're missing a section in a comic run, what do you usually do? Skip, read online? Oh, I've always skipped because that's something that I've grown up doing, collecting comics. You miss a lot of issues growing up. There are certain issues of X-Men I didn't have when I started reading the journey of X-Men, like even because we didn't have collected editions back there. We didn't have the internet. So it was at least like 10 to 15 years before I read some of those issues. So that's what I do. I just skip. But I mean, you do have the option to read digitally nowadays. What's everyone's thoughts on Top Cow Tomb Raider series? I've never read them. A lot of great artwork. Lots of beautiful covers by Adam Hughes too. Hey, Omar, I just finished the Ven Omnibus by Kate and Stegman. I loved it. Do you have any recommendations for my next read? I was thinking Thor by Jason Aaron or Ultimate Spider-Man. Thor by Jason Aaron is excellent, and that's actually where you get the beginning of Null a little bit. If you want to follow Donny Cates, the next place he goes is Thor and also Hulk, and I would suggest Thor over Hulk because it's just really short. I said books, not the blip before the comics. No, the words don't count to you, Tina. I'm sorry. Good morning, Omar. Can you tell me how to get correct the PDF files for Complete Black Costume Saga Spider-Man by Nick Spencer Volume 2? Whoever you bought them for should have had it. Or you should reach out to them. Omar, when's the next announcements? Tomorrow. You just saw that. Jacob, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Bruce, how are you doing? Let me do what Melanie does. What does she do? She gives you gifts. Oh, what does she put here? What is this? It must be from her classroom. Here you go. Here's my favorite gift right there. Next time, baby. Solve this. Rank who was more important to Marvel business, not creativity. Miller, Bendis, and Claremont. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is a tough one, man. This is like a John question. Dude, not creativity wise. Oh, I'm gonna say Bendis. I love Chris Claremont. You all know how I feel about Chris Claremont. 17 years of X-Men. He kept X-Men alive. But I think as far as a business, X-Men was not the only title. Whereas when Bendis came in, it was everything was gold that he was working on. And by that I mean Cells, Ultimate Spider-Man, Daredevil, Avengers. I mean, like he made Avengers outsell X-Men, made it the flagship title of Marvel Comics for such a long time that there were 3 Avengers titles at one time: Mighty Avengers and Dark Avengers. Yeah, I gotta go with Bendis. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, but that's a great question. Yeah, that's like I said, Claremont. You know, he kept X-Men from going under. The cells were amazing, but it was just that area of Marvel Comics, whereas Bendis was kind of all over the place, and then he went over to X-Men himself. Yeah, I gotta go with Bendis. Not creativity. Thank you for bringing that part up. Hope you're doing well, Starscream 1988. Good morning, Omar. 2 big announcements this year: Venom and Dawn of X Omni. Yes, I know. I'm excited. Any chance for more big announcements? I can't say exactly what in case they don't work out, but there are some announcements coming. I don't know if I get to announce them or not, and even if I don't, it's just nice that they're working on things. And oh my gosh, I can't wait until people find out. It'd be cool to announce them. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. Oh, dude, there's some big ones. At least I think they're big. Readers of a certain age are just used to discontinuity. I waited 30 years to finish a story once. Didn't make me like Superman less. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is, right? We're just so used to jumping back and forth, filling in the blanks, and almost, I don't know if you did this or not, or if anybody did this when they were kids, getting comics and waiting to go back to read comics. Like I would visualize what could have happened. What was it? I was missing a part of, was it Fall of the Mutants, maybe? It could have been Fall of the Mutants where the actual transformation of Archangel happens, or the revelation. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did that play out? So in my head, I would play it out because I didn't have that issue. What is that, 24? 24? Kate's run on Thor had such an unfortunate ending because of his car accident. I am sure he had great plans for Thor. Well, they actually finished it the way that he wrote out the plot. So whatever the ending of Thor was the plot Donny Cates came up with. Bendis, he built X-Men into a juggernaut that Marvel had benefited from easily. We're talking about Claremont, right? Super excited for the announcement this year of the new Star Wars Omni coming. There are some, I think. Yeah. Hola, Omar, mi hermano. Have you seen Metal Gear Solid Delta release dates revealed trailer? No. Hype. Snake Eater was my first and best Metal Gear Solid game. I'm old school, man. I love the original Metal Gear game, so I'm excited for anything Metal Gear. Even as ridiculous as the plot to 4 and 5. Snake, the third one's still my favorite, though. That third one was so good. Did you hear about what happened to Marvel and Rob Liefeld? I did. That's been shared with me. Will I be happy with any of these announcements? Yeah, maybe not the ones tomorrow, Phil, but later down the line, yes. Hey, Omar, is Punisher Max Volume 2 still getting a reprint in June? Someone clipped the announcement video you did with Peter on Reddit, but I don't think I've seen it in the catalog. It's not in the catalog. It might have been moved. I could have sworn that I announced it. It might have been one that the catalog beat me to it, and I just said, "Forget it. I'm not gonna announce it." It might have been something like that. I'll double check. Is there going? Oh, the library tour has been filmed. It was filmed a week and a half ago, and my buddy Christian is putting it together, and a lot of editing, and I'm hoping, I think he's got a full-time job doing videography, so maybe sometime in March. Yeah, so it is coming. Sorry I haven't been in your streams, but I'm about to get a new comics. The new comics are Far Sector for DC. The compact edition and Batman Mad Love and others. P.S. That's the name. And others, that's the name of it. Yeah, Batman Mad Love is the Harley Quinn one, right? And then, of course, Far Sector. Far Sector is excellent. Bendis must have been the hottest name in comics back in the day. Imagine putting Ultimate Spider-Man, Alias, and Daredevil around the same time. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Morning. How bad was Birds of Prey movie? Oh, it's pretty awful, man. I did not like it. Is it Morbius bad? No, I don't think it's that bad. Or Batman versus Superman bad. No. Actually, Batman. I thought Batman versus Superman was better. Hey, Phenomenal AC. Chris Claremont's coming to our Comic-Con this year. He will be the next. He'll be next to Weird Al and Ernie Hudson in the voice of Skeletor. Omar, for someone like myself that the Omnibus is out of my budget, can you ask Titan to release Conan? And when I had the meeting with the Heroic Signatures and the Titan Comics editor, they do have plans for that, but just not right now because they want to focus on reprinting books people missed out on. So there are plans for that, trade paperbacks of Conan. Omar, when does the Forever Evil Omnibus come out? It comes out this Wednesday. Check out The Shadow, Volume 1, The Fire of Creation. In my opinion, is one of the few superhero comics that Ennis did well. I purposely left that out. Hola desde Lima. ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Ahí nací yo. Yo soy peruano. Rank the moms from best to worst. Like look-wise, or what are we talking about? Oh, wait. Okay, I'm not. No looks, right, John? Not based on looks. Okay. Rank the moms from best. The best mom out of here. Oh, God. Dude. Oh, Sister Maggie, number 1. Mary, no, she did walk away, though. You know what? I'm still going to put her on top. She was the saving grace for Matt. Mary West. Oh, man. Okay. Most of these people wanted to sacrifice their kids, dude. All right, Sister Maggie, Mary West, Bonnie King, Destiny, and at this point, I'm gonna go with Mystique. Oh, dude, Vanessa Fisk, then Lady Shiva, Talia al Ghul, at least. No, Talia al Ghul before Lady Shiva, and then Madeline Pryor. Dang, that was hard. Manny Charles, okay, he was a baby, so that's why. How's it going? I wanted to ask you about your Transformers IDW Phase 3 ICs. Are the custom ones starting the 4th one? Would love to get that. Yes. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are the ones that are custom. The rest are the ones that IDW put out. And no, I sound like a broken record with this one. But have you heard anything about Zach Baron Portasio, Punisher Volume 1, Warzone, War Journal, even? Enjoy your videos, my friend. Thank you so much. Dude, I have, when I had a conversation with Marvel, I did ask about those books. And one of the questions was, would they sell? And I said, absolutely. Yeah, you have somebody like Jim Lee or Whilce Portacio early on. You put those on the cover, they'll sell. So I have pitched it. Or I'm reminding them, rather, they know what they have. Justice for Birds of Prey. Why isn't there a Secret Wars omnibus with all the crossovers? The original Secret Wars? Because there's not like Secret Wars and Secret Wars 2 weren't really crossover events. You don't really need to read anything outside of the main series. So I'm kind of glad they left that at just 12 issues because it just wouldn't make any sense. And there's no real way to read it, right? Because when you're reading Secret Wars, it takes place like Marvel Comics jumped ahead a year, knowing that Secret Wars was coming. So everything that you're reading in X-Men jumps ahead a year, and Secret Wars tells what happens, right? So you know that Peter fell in love with somebody, but you hadn't met them yet. You know that Spider-Man got a new costume, but you hadn't seen it yet because Secret Wars 8 hadn't come out. So just Think of it like that. So there's not a real crossover going on. Should I get a Wonder Woman by Perez, Omni, or Absolute? Oh, Perez has Omni has more issues and it's enjoyable. I haven't seen the Dogman movie yet. I need to. My buddy worked on that. Should I read Fraction Thor Omni before Aaron's run? Yes. I like Birds of Prey, but the canon for those characters really isn't important to me. I don't. I'm trying to think of what I liked about it. One part did crack me up when she got the syringe in her. I thought that cracked me up. Are there any more Robert E. Howard comic adaptations that might be collected in Omni format now that we have Solomon Kane added to Conan and Cole? Well, if you saw that Solomon Kane is volume 1, so I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if they have enough stuff what they could collect as a volume 2. I didn't actually hate Birds of Prey movie, but as a comic book adaptation, Hunter's Black Canary, especially Cassandra Kane. I forgot Cassandra Kane. I've only seen it one time in the theater. Omar thought you meant the hottest mom. Yeah, now that's different. They might be bad moms, but, they're still baddies, right? My daughters hate when I say that because the friends were over here last weekend and they were teaching me what a baddie was. And I was like, okay, all right. And now I'm starting to use it, so they won't. Sister Maggie had postpartum depression. That was not her fault. She's definitely number 1. And like I said, saving grace for Born Again, not for her. What are your thoughts on Hack Slash series? I really like them. I've done, and no, I've never done an overview of them. They're almost over, aren't they? Like volume 4 is the last one. Hey Omar, when do you think? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I forgot to give John a super or a gift. So there you go, John. That one's for you, and this is for Golden Knights fan. When do you think, if ever, the Deadpool Omni by Duggan and Posen will get a reprint? The prices on the secondary market are absolutely insane. Thank you for the super chat, and really it depends on the reprint poll, what you all vote for. That's kind of how Marvel decides what to reprint. I send them the top 20 every year. So I think that one was actually almost in the top 20, but it didn't make it quite yet. I've heard great things about the Ultimate. Oh, dude, it's so good. Is it worth the trades now, or should I wait for a possible OHC? What makes you think there's going to be an oversized hardcover, my friend? I'd wait for a possible OHC. Got my ticket for an English screening. Is it in another language? Of Captain America 4 next week. Not a lot of English screenings usually near me. Are you excited? I'm excited. Yeah, it's a Marvel movie. I'm in, man. Like, I don't suffer from superhero burnout. What is it called? To me, it's just another genre, right? Like, I love Westerns and I get excited about Westerns. And believe me, like in the 70s with all the spaghetti Westerns, there was just so much. I love sci-fi movies. I love horror movies. So to me now, the superhero genre fatigue, that's what it is. Superhero fatigue. I don't suffer from that because to me, I've always considered them another genre. Did I get excited to go see Kraven? Absolutely not. I still haven't seen it, but I'm sure I will one day. Just because they tried or succeeded in sacrificing their children doesn't make them bad moms. You just have it on reasonable standard, Omar. I know I have it on the reasonable standards. That is so true. Hello from Canada. Any Hulk love coming in from the announcements? I want to say, yeah, I think so. Let me double check. Because they have changed some things, but I've got the latest. Yeah. There's some Hulk coming. One that unfortunately got moved again, but that's okay. That's okay. I can wait, but I really want it to come. But yes, there are some Hulk announcements coming. So more than one. Volume 5 releasing soon. Of which one? What volume 5? Ultimates is absolute, dude. Ultimates is so good. It blew me away. Thank you. See, I'm behind on the chat, so I could have just come back here. Melanie's not here. She's almost here. Omar, saludos. That dang Captain America, A+ 1102. A+ Captain America. Oh wait. Oh, I read that is Captain America. I don't have my glasses. Dude, God bless you. Yeah, I don't miss those days of computer science classes, or programming or networking. Justice for you too, Eric. Did you really like it, brother? Superhero fatigue is a James Cameron term. I love James Cameron's. He was hoping it would cause more people to ignore the MCU and watch Avatar 2. How did Avatar 2 do, though? I thought it did really well, didn't it? I thought it did really well. Hey, hey, my buddy Tyler. I still own the very first omnibus released 20 years ago, the Fantastic Four Volume 1. You still have it's the red on white. This says Marvel Omnibus. I'm sure the subsequent reprints are better quality, but I don't think I'm going to upgrade. I still have my very first one, my Uncanny 1. The paper's already a little yellow, which I never noticed until freaking Curtis asked me to open it one day. But yeah, near and dear to my heart. Even if I replace it down here, it'll go upstairs with me to my library. Has the 80s Hulk versus Quasimodo one-shot ever been reprinted? I think that's been reprinted in Epic format, or was it Masterworks? The reason I know is because I just read it. Hey, Elon, how are you doing? This is hard to admit. You were right about Maison and Coco. It's beautiful. Greatest love story ever drawn. I love it, man. I'm glad you like it. Did you finish it? Omar, which month did you say the reprint for Peter David Hulk one is again? August, I think. Either July or August. But comicreleases.com will have you, man, my dude. Far Sector's really good. I've had some great things. I heard some great things about it. But sorry for my misspelling the name. It's actually Batman Mad Love. I know what you were saying. And other stories. That's the name of the comic. Sorry for my misspelling. You're good, my dude. You're good. Omar, get your glasses. Your eyes will thank you. I do. I've got some here, but I'll wait. I still own my old Beano, Asterix, and Rupert the Bear annuals. What were the annual? Another strike for Kurtz. He's not even here, the poor guy. Should I pass on Hickman's Secret Wars omnibus if I already have the trade paperback? If that's all you care about, absolutely. Yeah, it's just the story. Unless you really like it or you like oversized artwork. If you don't have the Avengers, like the Omnis or the trade paperbacks, it does make for a nice story because, I mean, he himself mapped it. And you can tell when he's like putting an issue, part of an issue here and another part of an issue here. And you're like, when is this issue? That's why he puts all the covers in the back. You said Flash Deluxe Morrison fills that gap between Omnis. I thought I said it in my video. It's between Flash Omnibus Volume 2 by Mark Waid and Flash Omnibus Volume 3 by Mark Waid. I seriously, and I don't know the mapping of Flash 3 by Mark Waid, but I seriously doubt they're going to put in the Morrison Mark Miller run in there. Craven's not good, but I had a fun time. Not like Morbius, which is not good and boring. What did you think of Madam Web? Omar, what's your thoughts on Tom King's Vision? It's probably one of the best series I've read. If I take it out of continuity, it's one of the best Vision stories I've read. But it might, I like, my problem is I have a continuity, like, it's my handicap when it comes to comics. Like, I can't forget what happened previously. It kind of drives me nuts. So I have to not think like that anymore. I got to think this is his own pocket continuity. The Far Sector Deluxe books look cool, but I'm holding out for a potential absolute. It gorgeous artwork too in that. Avatar Way of the Water may have been the last mainstream film released on Blu-ray in 3D outside of imports. Oh, man. With Sandman being the final planned season, do you see them actually being able to wrap it up in a satisfying way, like 50 issues to go through? No, not at all. I think somebody told me that the season 2 of Sandman was going to be longer, though, like 14 episodes or something. Yeah, no, not at all, though. Haven't read any X-Men for. What's in store? Just read through from the beginning to Inferno. Oh, you haven't read it before, and you're just now reading. Did you read from the X-Men or Uncanny X-Men? Man, that's awesome. Dude, I Follow the Mutants is my favorite. You still got so many great stories. You've got the reunion of the team. You've got Extinction Agenda. You have X-Men in space. Man. Oh, the Muir Island saga. And then, of course, the beginning of Blue and Gold. You got so many good stories ahead of you. How many Battle World Omnis? I think there's going to be 3. I think. Hey, what's up, Alex? How are you doing? Contend, struggle, endure. That's right, my brother. Do I need subtitles to watch movies? No, unless it's like, no offense to you Brits out there, unless it's a British movie that has low dialogue, like the sound is low for some reason. Yeah, like I will not turn on subtitles when it comes to horror movies. I hate that. But sometimes what did we watch? I think it was The Descent when I watched it the second time. I couldn't hear those girls talking. No matter how much I turned up the volume, so I had to turn on the subtitles. The subtitles always ruin things, right? Like strange noise coming, like when there's supposed to be jump scares. Omar, is there any Avengers love coming? Perhaps from a beloved uncle. Avengers, yes. Uncle, no. Even if he's a great writer, Hickman just seems pretentious. Have you ever met him? Like, when you meet him, you're gonna be like, no, this dude's not pretentious at all. At all, my dude. What are the last infos on Astro City HC Opus Edition? Still coming is the last info. Not sure when, though. Tashin is having a sale right now that ends tomorrow for anyone interested. Yeah, we shared that on our social media. I will defend Madam Web, her web connect. Oh, it's so bad. It's a X-Men is scary looking. What do you mean, Shonda Sook? Haven't reviewed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Mirage Years. No, I haven't, and I need to. I need to. Thank you for that reminder. I forgot to send that email out, but I need to, because I'm curious about that. Good morning, Omar. Hope you are having a super great Saturday. It's going okay, buddy. Hey! Hello to the super family on the same super channel on the same super time. X-Men in space, if they encounter any pigs. You got that reference, didn't you? No, it's when, Professor X is up there with the Shi'ar Empire. Oh, it's just a lot of fun. Hi, Omar. Do you think Dark Web Omnibus is a good jumping on point after Beyond Omnibus, or should I wait for a possible Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells? Oh, I think we'll get a Zeb Wells Omnibus, really. I don't think we're not going to get one. They've been doing such a great job collecting modern runs. Despite of how people feel about certain creator runs or modern comics, they've been doing an amazing job, no pun intended, of collecting the most modern runs in omnibus format. Like, not even that long afterwards. I'm honestly surprised we have not seen a solicit for something like Blood Hunt, except for the oversized hardcover. That usually by now they would maybe they're waiting for the oversized hardcover to sell out. I know. Sexy Beast is a definite subtitles needed movie. Yeah. Okay. See, it's not for every movie. What is your take on Mirka Andolfo's Sweet Paprika? Super sexy. Any news on the next NMC exclusive edition? I've met with my actual sponsors about the next one and what they were suggesting, and it really, it's up to them. They're the ones that are taking the bigger risk, right? They have to pay more for a smaller print run. They have to sell it. And thank you, my love. Welcome to the party. And and they want to do something big, though. So that's all. No, you don't have to do that. No. Why?
Hey, everybody. I'm the co-host.
You sound just like
Will
that.
Ferrell.
You sound just like that idiot. That's.
Oh, no, he's stuck.
I enjoy Madam Web for what a disaster it is. Melanie enjoyed Amelia Perez for what a disaster it was.
I was like, where is this going?
We call it mumblecore. Is that
why
really
am I so engaged by this movie?
Futurians. I don't know if the first one exists or not. You can turn up the subtitles by moving closer to the screen. Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm already tired.
I've been watching
running around this morning.
The show The Closer a lot, and one of the main detectives is named David Gabriel. Just wanted to share that. Okay. Omar, have you read the newish Ultimate Black Panther? I have. I've I've read all the Ultimate titles that are out right now, except for Ultimate Wolverine, which is not collected yet.
Or the first issue, Ultimate Wolverine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite one it's hard to choose my favorite, but that Ultimate was freaking awesome.
That's the third time we've talked about this.
Like legit awesome. Like
okay, so
yeah, she got.
I'm gonna read it, you guys, but I need to read Demon in a Bottle for the book club before next Sunday.
John's here.
I really want to read this first, John.
Look, John, you're taking her joy away because you're making her.
And I really want to read this first as well.
That's being reprinted.
That was
a super quick read.
How many issues is Demon in a Bottle?
7 or 8, I think. I didn't get that super chat from Bruce.
Oh, I should probably make that a priority then.
Yeah,
I thought it was like 3.
For UK movies, just turn up the DB's volume. DBS on the center channel. The dialogue will come louder, but not the other speakers.
Actually, I don't know why I said that like I knew how to say it. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, why'd you correct me?
What does DBS stand for?
Dragon Ball Super obviously is what Bruce is talking about.
Hey, everybody.
Melanie's here. Now the party can really
I'm going
get started.
to scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Let's see. If you want to, thanks, James. If you want to read, talk about Iron Man Demon in a Bottle with Melanie over Zoom and everybody else like James and John and Omar, join us. It's the $7.77 Patreon. I'll send out a Zoom link on Sunday next week. It's the third Sunday of each month.
Wasn't the movie offensive to Latinos, specifically Mexicans?
Mexicans?
That movie was offensive to anybody with eyes and ears, dude. It was awful, awful, awful. Like, I know people are like it's a French director, and the Mexican people are like people that can't even speak Spanish, dude. Puerto Ricans and
nobody
can sing.
I was like, what is going on? And I called it the romance at the end. I was like, I see something happening here. And I was like, yes. She was my favorite. And you know what? At the end, they could sing. The parade, that was the best part. I signed up for the Patreon earlier this week, and it's the best money I've spent so far this year. Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad. I'm with DBS. What does DBS stand for, Bruce? Like, I legit don't know.
Hey, Jewish Dragons, how are you? The Super
Melanie and Omar with the Super Saiyan home theater. That movie is up for 13 awards. That means if it wins every award, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it would be the movie with the most Oscars. Because Lord of the Rings, and there's another movie tied for 11.
No, I have faith in humanity. There's no way.
Lord of the Rings got 11. Return of the King got 11 Oscars.
You like that one song though. The song.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
What's it called? People are talking.
Oh yeah, that's awful, dude.
You liked it. You want to rewatch that?
I did rewatch it. I told the man that's gonna be her ringtone when she calls me.
Oh my god.
Hey Omar, Melanie, which are you most excited for? Oh, that's a hard one, dude. That's a hard question.
No, I'm excited for both of them. Okay,
Superman.
So Symbol's opinion, the Fantastic Four maybe will be better, and I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for both. I think they both look terrific.
Decibels,
duh. Thanks.
No, I like Dragon Ball Super more.
Everything you've learned is been against your will about it.
It's so bad, dude.
Oh, here.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks.
Decibels.
Okay,
well, I need to do that. Hey, Matt, how are you, buddy?
Did it? Yeah.
Yes, it won Best Picture. It beat out Wicked for musical. Okay, what was I talking about? Which movie I'm excited for?
Oh yes,
I want Superman to win. You all know I love this is a Marvel family.
To win.
I want Superman to do well at the box office. Like I want Superman to
between the two. They could both
because they haven't had a good win. DC movies need a big win, and Superman's huge. And it just reminds me like going to the theater with my dad because he liked Superman movies, and I wish he was here to watch it with me. Fantastic Four also, brings back a lot of memories too of just reading comics, and that score in Fantastic Four alone is
I'm excited
beautiful.
For the I'm excited for the aesthetic, all the old school,
the retro,
the retro
future look. I love that because like some of my favorite cartoons growing up, it wasn't really the Jetsons, but it was like the Home of Tomorrow, those cartoons, and that's what it feels like that you're getting.
I loved the Home of Tomorrow. Do you guys remember not Looney Tunes? What was it? Merry Melodies. The Home of Tomorrow episodes where it was like all these gadgets that I loved those. Ben, I have not. Thank you. I'm so glad it's awesome. I saw when I was checking my phone in between classes yesterday, that Zdarsky's newsletter came out talking about the final issue, but I haven't read the newsletter or the final issue because I was too busy. I want to pick it up.
And I told Amanda this whenever we did the Reels Talk episode that line, Ben's always been a rock. It's one of the best lines of the MCU.
Ben's always been a rock?
Yeah, Ben. It's been one of the best lines that the MCU has come up with in years. Like,
Tex
that is legit
Avery.
so good.
Tex Avery.
Yeah, Tex Avery.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a Cartoon Network like?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Home of Toro, the TV for the dad. Oh, this is a good question. What was your dad's favorite Superman actor?
Christopher Reeves. Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Fantastic Four, directed by Matt Shackman, who did a lot of It's Always Sunny.
He did. And then he did one. He did one.
Will they drink wine from a soda can? Will they play night crawlers?
Well, you know how the Russo brothers use like a lot of their actors from Community, like David put like who Chang and Abed and what's her name?
That would be cool.
Oh, what is her name? Sherry? Is that her name? They always use them in their movies, right? In Avengers, Endgame, and stuff like that. I'm hoping that we get to see like Dennis and Charlie in the background somewhere arguing. Cosmo Shop Time. That's right.
Yeah,
thank you so much. If you live in Canada and you're interested in purchasing big books, check out BD Cosmos. They have a physical storefront in Montreal, Quebec. 25% off your orders of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 250 Canadian dollars or more. And let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. You'll be added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle. Entries are valid for new and returning customers.
Why were you shaking your head? Because you were trying to clear your throat?
I was trying to clear my throat.
But it looked like you were like it was sad news, but it was good news.
It's great news. All right, what are we talking about, Melanie?
Wait.
Oh my gosh. You have one line.
No, it's more than one. I can't get the right note. BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Pew pew.
You do pew pew for them?
Yes, I do. No, you dare gaslight me with that. I've done that since the beginning.
Canadians don't like guns.
Well,
you're thinking of the Wild West, Yosemite Sam.
I do pew pew.
Back off.
Guys, tell him. Okay. Are you just like
gaslighting you?
Are you just messing with me?
Gaslighting. Is that the right term? I want Superman to do well too. I'm a little concerned with that many characters in the trailer. I'm hoping that those characters don't make it by the end. Except maybe Mr. Terrific, because I love that character. Although,
why do you love him? I don't know anything.
Oh, Mr. Terrific is like, first of all, he's the third smartest man in DC Comics.
Oh, who's the second? Who's the first?
I don't know. I don't think they ever say. I assume Lex Luthor and who else is smart? Darkseid? No, Darkseid's always been. It's now Pew Pew Ting.
No,
it's Pew Pew.
He's trying to get them. Okay, wait. Well, so you like him because he's third smartest?
No, he is a legit amazing character. Like he's somebody that thinks logically. He doesn't think about like anytime they ever have to like face supernatural elements, he doesn't believe in it. There has to be a logical explanation for everything. And just to see him work together with the JSA. Now, this is the new Mr. Terrific, of course, not the classic Golden Age Mr. Terrific. Hey, Matt.
How can you say new? I don't think it's probably, he's been probably around for decades, right?
20 years. Okay. It's still new.
Oh my God. Canadians like hockey. The second one is supposed to be Bruce Wayne. So who's the first?
Tim Drake. Oh, shots fired.
I hope Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl have some great scenes. I also want to see another Superman foe besides Luthor come into the picture, like a tease to Metallo or even Brainiac for the sequel.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, no more General Zod, as much as I want to see that again, because we've seen that in the original Superman and we saw it in Superman Man of Steel. I want to see some newer characters too, which I think we'll get. And that girl, man, the Hawk girl, she's played by a Peruvian actress, so maybe don't get rid of her. I don't know if Guy Gardner is going to make it by the end of the movie, though. I'm pretty sure Guy might take one for the team. And
will there be a restock of Daredevil by Zdarsky Omnibus?
I honestly have not heard if they're doing that or not. I am going to let them know that it's out of stock. Usually they don't like to restock that much. They like to print close to the pre-order numbers. Zod was in Krypton show too. Oh, that's right, he was. Yeah,
Kenneth, I'm glad you're excited.
yeah, I know Kenny's
See it more than one time. I hope it's that good.
And Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is coming out too, which is based.
Isabella.
Yes. Caramba.
Dr. Zero says restock in April.
For Daredevil. Cool. Let me add. Actually, they might have already.
Hawkgirl is going to be in The Last of Us season 2.
The three.
What?
Last of Us season 2, 3/4 of it, or the last part. She wasn't Madam Web, but we like to forget that movie.
Oh, who was she in Madam Web?
One of the girls.
Madame Web.
I don't know.
She was one of the main girls.
Yeah.
Oh.
The only Latina. Do you even remember that?
I don't
movie?
remember.
You got lost in Sydney Sweeney's.
No, I did not. No. Wait, back up. Do you think we'll ever get the missing X Factor issues between the Peter David volumes 1 and 2 that aren't written by Peter David in Omni format?
Yeah. I don't know how many years. It'll be a long time. But it'll be like in X Factor volumes 4, right? No, yeah, 4, something like that, or 5.
Thanks, Daniel. Any chance of a Hulk by... Wait, not Philip K. Dick. Let's see. PKJ, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Yes.
Wow.
And Klein, or a Miles Morales by Cody Zaglar. Omnibus in the near future.
I'm sure when their runs are over, but they are currently working on those books, so not yet. And a reminder to smash that like button, please.
Speaking of Miles, let me show off for a moment. Oh, wait. No, I don't have those pictures. Never mind. Not speaking of Miles. I'll talk about it later. Don't let me forget. I'm talking about
Sweeney has eyes.
my Godzilla assignment in creative writing this week.
The Thing, 94. I like Adam Kubert a little more than his brother Andy. Isabella Mercedes Peruvian. Cool. Thought she was Puerto Rican or Colombian for some reason, like Rochelle Zegler or Jenna Ortega. Nope, Peruvian. I learned that. Who told me that? I can't remember. Somebody messaged me and told me that.
That's a good idea, Lance. Reading Hickman and Norse. F4.
Oh, dude, both of them are
I still need
excellent.
to read it. The third trade, right? That's the one I haven't read.
Okay. Yes. Daredevil by Zdarsky Volume 2 is getting restocked. Thank you. Thank you for. Who was it that said that? Otherwise, I wouldn't have checked.
New Spoon Channel, don't you apologize. You are doing just fine. You care.
Whoa, okay.
From an English station's point of view, thank you for caring.
Let's go to Logan. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's what I do.
How do you
feel about Ben Grimm's having Ebon Moss's normal voice in Fantastic Four? I kind of hate it. He should sound gravelly, or at least have a very thick New York accent. Yeah, at first I'm like, I don't know about that. Then I thought, well, maybe as like, instead of it being like little clips, like if you were immersed in the movie, like it would grow on you. I'm thinking of like the Berserk movies and that animation. I'm like, ugh. But then I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, okay, it's fine. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know about his voice either.
Logan, from one man to another, you never ask a man how they feel about something. You say, what do you think?
Yes. Yes.
Legit, real talk.
What book was
It was a
that?
book that we read about successful marriages and like, it's almost like a therapeutic book for couples, but it talks about how, as a woman,
How do you feel?
Yeah, it's like if you're wondering what color to paint the room, you don't ask your husband, how do you feel about this color? Because immediately they're like, oh, I don't know what to feel about red. You have to ask, what do you think about this color? Like legit, I was like, what? I never think about that.
It's this.
Yeah, I think to me, like, I always feel like the Thing talks like that because he was a smoker and he's got that gravelly voice, right? Because of, I guess, rocks. But I don't know, like Melanie said, it could grow.
Rocks.
It could grow on me.
I hope he has a very animated voice, as in.
Oh, he does. He plays Cousin Richie in The Bear. He's great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs that strong personality to shine through. So I hope his voice is
legit. Like he's a great actor.
Yeah.
One of the best things in that show is his character.
Okay. Logan said, noted Omar.
You never ask a man how he feels about something. Because for some reason men get defensive. I don't know how to feel. No one ever taught me. 90s Fantastic Four thing sounds like Patrick Star. Is that the cartoon. I never watched the cartoon in the 90s. I think I was in college when that was coming out.
Thank you, Silhouette Animator.
So I've never seen any of those.
For the super chat. I didn't know he was a smoker either.
Until recently. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Old school, right? I mean, based on Kirby a little bit, right? Look, oh, man, but he looks so good.
Maybe just the clips that were shown are more serious clips.
I bet he's talking about you're talking about Roger Corman's. Yes. Sorry.
The live action never released film. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me, since we're caught up with the chat.
Are we caught up with the chat? Everybody's answered.
Well, no, I'm sure we've missed some
questions.
Let me show something off really quick here. When I did a video about the facsimile print of Godzilla, I said, "Oh, this would be great for a creative writing lesson." So here's the results. Ta-da! So, Godzilla by Doug Minch, and I printed out the mentor sentences. Students had the choice to rewrite the sentences or to draw out the image they create or create a comic book panel where the narrator is interacting with the characters. And look how good those are!
Did that one? That's really good.
So, the steel serpent's gleaming body snaps and parts, spraying dark... Oh, shoot. Ekor? I even looked it up in class.
You should email Doug Minch. I bet I got it. I have his email somewhere.
I would love to. Look how great these pictures are.
What if he sues you for copyright?
Thus was an amphibious titan reborn, a prehistoric hybrid of land and marine reptiles. A gigantic creature came to be called Godzilla. So somebody combined land and marine animal and put Godzilla.
Yo, that one's really good too.
Isn't it cute? Okay, and one more. And then look at this. As far as this mammoth monster is concerned, the vampiric thirst of America will have to wait. So we have on the left, she's got, you can't see it in the picture,
Gaia?
but there's like vampire teeth sinking into.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, no, you can't see. And then over here, I was like, Abba, I love it. That is my sense of humor. You literally drew a mammoth, the American flag, and an eagle. With claws with blood.
That's awesome.
So I show off what my students did.
Hey, that's really creative, man. I like that.
Thanks, James. Yeah, I think they did a really good job. Next week, I'll show you what film studies students did with Into the Spider-Verse. They had to artistically represent a step of the hero's journey that Miles Morales takes. And but use like cool Kirby Crackle, Kirby Dots was an option, sound effects. Hello, my name is the name sticker that he slaps up on places, and at the end he slaps one up that his dad's not going to find. And I love it. Okay. Morning, Omni. Speaking of Godzilla, have you guys been checking out Godzilla Monster Piece edition from Tom? Oh, how do you pronounce his name?
Scioli.
That's really cool.
All I can see now is the thing wearing nicotine patch.
Draw the Alf comic.
No.
Okay, Bruce, thank you for the super chat.
The thing should have a New York accent, but Gravely, no. His vocal cords did not change. Just the outer part became rocky.
Oh,
interesting.
Actually.
Yeah, Bruce schooling me. But I think he does. Isn't the actor Ebon from New York? Doesn't he have? I don't know. I don't notice accents. I guess I'm colorblind to accents.
Yeah, you're colorblind. you're I can't think of how to pronounce it. Oh, Silhouette Animator, thank you for the super chat.
90s F. Oh, you already got that one.
Wait,
yeah. Didn't you? Yeah, he said it sounded like Patrick Star, and he was talking about the movie. I think you went too far up.
Oh, how in the world did it skip all the way up there? Wow.
Dude, if he says it's clobbering time, like, I lost my crud when I heard Avengers Assemble. I'm gonna cry when I hear To Meet My X-Men on the big screen, which won't probably happen until I'm 50 years old, but that's okay.
Aww.
Superman by Joshua and Action Comics are the current runs have been really good at DC. That's Joshua Williamson, right?
Hey, Omar Melanie, do you believe that James Gunn's DC could ever compete with Marvel's Infinity Saga?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I really like James Gunn, so I'm going to say yes.
I guess we haven't seen any James Gunn yet, right? Outside of Creature Commandos, we got a little bit of taste in that. I guess we've yet to see. I always thought The Thing should sound more like Rodney Dangerfield. What? I got no respect at all. No respect.
I can kind of see that.
I always think of him like Kirby. Maybe that's kind of because he put a lot of himself into his art. Thoughts on the new Legend of Kamui release? It's been decades since I read it, and I'm reading it again, and I forgot how much historical knowledge is passed down through manga. It's beautiful and wonderful, but I will say, prepare yourself to learn and read those bottom texts that tells you. I mean, I know they're thick; they're almost like a book thick, but you learn so much about the way that these small little villages worked during this era of Japan. I was a big fan. I used to collect the Eclipse comics, but I'm serious. I gave those Eclipse comics away 20 plus years ago. And now we're finally getting them. I think Viz released 1 or 2 trade paperbacks. And now we're finally getting them from Drawn and Quarterly. I believe there's going to be a total of 10 of them. I'm excited though. Tina told me, yeah, I never made it that far. I think it was in the 3rd season. Remember the F4 parodies from Venture Brothers where Johnny was in pain, went on fire, and Sue could only turn her skin invisible?
Oh, yeah, she was talking
She
about
was
that
like, I love that.
And Nick, thank you for the super chat.
I haven't had a chance to ask David because they've been super busy. I haven't even, I think we talked a little bit on Monday and that was it. So I promise I will ask about that. I've got a lot of questions that need to be answered.
I really believe that Vanessa Kirby, not related to the late Jack Kirby, amazing English actress, is possibly one of the top 5 best Marvel female heroes ever cast.
She can. Oh, she is. Ooh. She's a good-looking woman.
Ooh.
She was in a. I knew that. I was like, oh man. As soon as I saw the trailer, I'm like, here comes the memes, because she says, we'll do it as a family, and she was in the Fast and the Furious movies. And I was like, oh man, here comes Dominic Toretto. What did you just say?
Which artist do you prefer, Andy Kubert or Adam?
I actually answered this. Adam.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Adam's artwork, man.
There
I was
we go.
telling you about that the other night. In fact, this is Tina's other way of saying actually. She puts in fact at the end of the sentence.
Now my brain is mixing Thing and Nintendo's Kirby together. Thanks a lot, Omar.
And Nintendo's Kirby was based on the lawyer, not the vacuum cleaner, which I thought it made more sense for it to be based on the vacuum cleaner. And the lawyer, he passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. Morning, y'all. Got my Starbucks and avocado toast. Now that sounds good. Going for a most basic award. Most basic award. People have theorized that it's because it will elicit more empathy for Ben if they hear a normal sounding voice coming from a guy that looks like that. I think that's a bunch of wow.
Well, I mean, it has a whole retro old comic book feel to it, so that having an over-the-top voice would be matching the aesthetic, right?
Yeah, and I think you're, because you grow up watching cartoons and playing video games, you're used to a certain character, like Korg, like in the Thor Ragnarok. Mm-hmm. I can imagine a lot of people
were talking about that earlier, but then saying, but it was a joke.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people were upset when they heard it because he's such a serious character in the Planet Hulk book, but in the movie he was like a jokey character.
Mm-hmm. To me, my B-men. Don't forget to ask David Gabriel if he has anything planned for the upcoming Marvel Omnibus 20th anniversary in June.
We're gonna unleash the Omar bus. It's going to feature nothing but Chris Claremont X-Men stories, New Warrior stories, and Batman Year 2. Somehow we're going to make that happen.
Have I heard Galactus's voice?
Oh, no, we haven't heard Galactus's voice yet, but that guy's voice is naturally so deep. He was, I don't know what you've never seen The Witch. He was in Game of Thrones in season 1. He's like,
which character? Let's see if I can remember.
He's the one that took Arya. That saved Arya from after Ned.
Yeah, I don't remember what he sounds like. Mm. Which is your favorite Fantastic Four Omni?
My favorite omnibus, Mark Waid's run. I think it's perfection. Like in that first issue, you know, when people talk about my favorite character of Fantastic Four, it's always the Thing, the Human Torch, Invisible Woman. Oh. Nobody ever says Mr. Fantastic.
You're not talking about the Hound, are you?
But no, not the Hound.
Okay.
In the first season, the guy that takes her.
Sorry.
Okay, hold on. Okay. But within that first issue, Mark Waid makes you understand Mr. Fantastic so much. It's wonderful. I love it. No, the Hound came later. This is the guy that, gosh dang it, he was part of that group. He got killed early on too. That's why I was like, he was only in one season.
Carson's pointing out that there's no special font or color or rim to his voice that seems.
That is a true fact, right?
Oh, look at this, Carson. Okay, how about let's talk about Walt's Comic Shop because it is teen time before Doc Holliday's 3-part super chat.
3-part super chat?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. If you live in the EU and are interested in buying and pre-ordering Omnis, check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping rates for €12 for all EU countries. And all emails answered within 24 hours. And exclusively for our viewers, use the code NearMintCondition, all one word at the checkout, and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40 or more. And that's Walt's Comic Shop.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting. Didn't miss a beat this time.
Okay.
I had to warm up.
Corey Martinez, all for the Lawrence Fishburne reprising his voice for the Silver Surfer.
No, Bobcat Goldthwait is Galactus.
No, that guy needs a comeback movie though. All right, here we go. In 1987, my dad took my brothers and I to our local comic book store, remembering seeing The Punisher #1 on the newsstand along with other great finds. That's the one where he's got the bazooka. Is that the one with no, is that the Mike Zeck cover? 87. No, 87 is the Mike Zeck cover, right? One great find was Incredible Hulk #1, priced at $400. I asked my dad if we could get it, but he said no, it's too expensive. Today's value is $500,000 for Hulk #1 or $50,000. I don't know comic prices anymore. I'll be honest with you. I'm out of the loop on comic prices. I'm sure when I pass and I give my daughters all my X-Men, they're going to be able to sell them for quite a few dollars. Have you or Melanie ever had a similar experience as a kid or at a time you wanted an expensive comic, but Melanie talked you out of it?
Didn't we recently have an argument? I was like, why didn't you buy that?
That happppens quite often.
Okay.
When I was a kid,
Doc Holliday, thank you for the super chats.
I've shared this before that I had at one time a run of X-Men, Uncanny, and of course when it was just X-Men 1 through whenever I stopped Onslaught. So what is that? 340 something, right? All annuals, everything. But I had to sell those early issues to pay for a lawyer when I was getting divorced. A friend of mine that I worked with at the distillery, after I sold them, was like, "Hey, man, you know I have that X-Men #1. My dad gave it to me, and I don't collect comics. Do you want it?" And I said, "Dude, that is so kind of you." I was like, because he wanted my limited edition Buffalo Trace bottle. And I was like, I'm not in the single issues anymore. I'm not in the comics, man. So I'd rather keep my Buffalo Trace limited edition bottle. That was the stupidest thing I've ever said. Like, legit, that was, I wish I could go back and be like, give me that X-Men #1.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't even know the value of and he showed it to me, it wasn't in the greatest shape, but it was still something that I used to have.
Yeah. My story is, I remember asking my granny for Christmas. I guess I was in middle school. Well, I think it boiled down to money, but I told her I was going to buy was like the first appearance of Carnage because it was hanging up.
361.
It was special. Yeah. And I was like, I want all 3 issues and that Venom trading card. And and like those were my treasures that I got. Have I like said you need to or have we argued about whether it be like you should buy it or you shouldn't buy it about an expensive? I don't think so. Not in years. Because you don't, because single issues aren't your thing. So
yeah, well, I mean,
it's not like
even if it's an expensive toy though, you're like, well, it's your money. Yeah, Melanie's always been really good.
Because you're really good with money. Like, so I don't even know. Honestly,
I
don't know what you're buying. Being that the thing is from the Lower East Side of Manhattan, like me. Oh, cool. He should definitely have that old school New York. I'm not going to try to say that. No. What? I don't think I could do it. And Hickman's run, I want to say Alicia. When I'm reading my Norse Fantastic Four, all I read is Alicia. Alicia didn't realize Ben was in his human form
That is
by
true.
his voice alone. So I guess he just sounds like a normal guy.
And by the way,
look at Ryan
Avatar.
coming in with the facts.
I love your Avatar too.
Really good with money, proceeds to buy beer. Blast. On the cover of Punisher 1, Klaus Johnson drew Punisher with 6 fingers. What?
That is true.
Oh.
What the fudge, Omar? Whiskey's good, but not that. I know, and it was X-Men, like legit
bourbon.
1963 X-Men.
And
it's
bourbon.
But there's only 250 of those bottles ever made.
Bourbon.
And it's bourbon. Actually, John, it's bourbon.
And there is a taste difference. Sorry, Melanie and Hot Rod. Sorry, I had to.
That's right.
Still hilarious and
Tony
awesome. I remember Melanie's face when Omar said that was his nickname.
Nickname in high school.
Hot Rod. What? No.
I wish.
Is Wolverine Omni Volume 1 getting reprinted anytime soon?
I haven't seen that one. I'll be honest with you.
I wonder what comics will be worth the big bucks in 50 to 70 years from now. Any predictions? I bet on Krakoa or maybe something made by Bendis or Grant Morrison.
Oh, knowing my luck, it'll be like Squirrel Girl's first appearance, America Chavez first appearance, Punchline's first appearance, all these characters that I can't stand.
Is Marvel planning on subsequent trade paperback editions of books like August 1961?
I don't know. I haven't seen any since that, right? We just got August 1961 and that was it. We haven't seen 62 or 63. So, you don't like Squirrel Girl. Oh, here we go. It never grew. She never grew on me. Even though wasn't she she was Steve Ditko, right? Like he drew her first appearance. Really creepy.
I am a high school English teacher. I'd like to take this moment to announce my students of the week. I'm not talking to you. This week in film studies, Navy Days, first period Trent. I really appreciate your word choices. You are, oh no, now I'm at a loss for words. Anyway, good job. You're student of the week. Don't judge my word choices. Second period, Kamaya. I'm really grateful for your engagement. And she came up like that with the definition of Ecker. Am I saying it correctly? It's the blood of the gods. And also, she's really good at grammar stuff. Fourth period, Sophia. I appreciate how focused you are this 9 weeks. Keep it up. Good job.
Good job, Sophia.
And now on Green Days, Colton and Film Studies, you've got some great film analysis. And I feel like it's getting better. So good job. You're student of the week. Along with Kylie, I really appreciate how responsible you are. And you keep up the good work in freshman English. And then finally, in fourth period freshman English, Bella, the same for you as well. I appreciate your work ethic and being responsible. Good job, guys.
Good job, all you students. Are we close to the reprint poll library tour? Library tour March, reprint poll April, I believe. Dude, first bourbon is whiskey. I stand by my previous comment. Actually, no. Bourbon can only be made in the state of Kentucky because it is that limestone that you need, like you need. Anybody can make whiskey. Yeah, in Tennessee, but it ain't bourbon. Is that right? That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It has to be the limestone from Kentucky.
Ditkovich, my favorite landlord. You know, I never thought about that, the name Ditkovich. And where'd you get that GIF? Have you been using that before?
Mm-hmm. I think you like it every time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Silhouetted Animator. Where was whiskey invented, Omar?
Well, I can tell you in Kentucky, we spell with an E-Y, not a Y. I assume Canada?
Thoughts on Harris Dickinson's being rumored for Cyclops in the MCU? Harris Dickinson. He was in Iron Claw and Baby Girl.
Which one was he in Iron Claw? I saw that movie. If only I.O. can get an award. Who's I.O.?
I'm going to go back into... I think I meant I. If only I could get...
Oh, okay. Well, Crump,
I'm going to go back in time and announce your name. Crump, keep up with the good work.
He's like, that's not even my name.
Parody characters like Squirrel Girl and Howard the Duck do appear much later than Herbie Popnicker. What?
Yeah, from time to time.
Public schools lower my standards. Thanks. Good enough, thanks. Yay! Absolute JLA Avengers announcement this week before Comics Pro. Let's manifest.
Oh, I wish. I actually wanted to go to Comics Pro, but my brother's operation is that week, so I
Yeah,
can't
I really
go.
wanted you to go too.
Like some of the publishers asked me to go, and it was really sweet. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to go and cover Comics Pro because it's a retailer convention, right? And I kind of want to go and meet a lot of the people that I work with. It would be nice, but I'm gonna actually apply for press passes for San Diego and take old Melanie with me.
What?
OLE.
Yeah, I know.
Melanie.
I know. I speak country.
Oh, do
But
you?
still, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Melanie with me. Omar, I've lost track of all the new Marvel Omnis coming out this year. Which one should I personally most excited about? Agent Van Omnibus or Dawn of X? Yeah, I think either one of those two.
Okay, we've got a super chat, but just really quick.
Made,
Whiskey with EY is when it's made in Ireland or US. Just a Y is when it's made in Scotland, Canada, or Japan.
Those people can't spell whiskey apparently. Not without Kentucky. Hey, Omar, thank you for the super chat, my brother. As an X-Men fan, the Juan Powers.
Oh, wait. This one. There you go. X-Men fan.
Do you think the current X-Men comics have written themselves into a corner due to
making mutants near extinct from House of M, the moral ambiguity of Professor X and Cyclops, not letting Hickman finish Krakoa?
No, I think, I'll be honest with you. X-Men to me has always been ups and downs, right? Like you've got great eras of X-Men. You've got, I can't believe this is X-Men eras. But it comes and goes, right? Not everything can be great. And to me, I really enjoyed Krakoa. And there were some downs in Krakoa. I'm not saying every issue or every series was good. But honestly, for every Fallen Angels or X-Corp, and if you like those, I'm sorry, we had things like Hellions, and we had like Jerry Dugan's X-Men or Al Ewing's X-Men Red, which were too good. Or Cy Spurrier, if you like his style of writing. I think we have been in this before, this era where we just came out of something great. And I think that was usually, the Claremont era, right? After Claremont, most of us fans were like, well, it's over. There's no way that can ever top that. 17 years of X-Men. To us, Claremont was X-Men. But then, I mean, if you look at it, look how many people have nostalgia for things like Age of Apocalypse, for even Onslaught, for things like The Wedding of Cyclops and Phoenix, for Phalanx Covenant, for Fatal Attractions. And all of that happened after the Claremont leaving the book. So I think ups and downs. It always comes. I don't think they've really written themselves into a corner. And by the way, the whole Hickman thing leaving, like he never wanted to do a monthly book. Like he wants to get his money's worth, or give Marvel their money's worth and write something big and epic. However, he seems pretty happy on Ultimate Spider-Man.
So many people.
I did not say
got my back. Yes, you did. What do you mean you didn't?
I didn't say OLD. I said old Melody.
Like that's
not like Old Yeller.
Okay, you know what? It's the same word.
I didn't say the old ball and chain, you guys. Quit trying to get me in trouble. Keeping my copies of Nordlanders books 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. Book 2 is too expensive in the out of print market. Those will never be reprinted, I feel. How come?
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
And
Nordlanders, was that Brian Wood? Is it because of Brian Wood? Is that what you mean? I don't know. We've seen a lot of things reprinted with problematic creators. No, it isn't true, actually. I don't know why I gave that tone to John. I just assumed he had that tone. As much as I might personally agree with bourbon only being from Kentucky, can't even spell my state's name right. The only thing it needs to call itself bourbon is to have 51% of the mash to be in the corn.
Oh.
But true mash has to be made with that limestone. God! John, there's 2 things I know in this world. Number 1, X-Men. Number 2, I could be wrong about everything else. Those are 2 things I know. So maybe you're right. Let's cancel Omar and move over our subs to Omnidog. Boy, if I could show you all some old Omnidogs clips, you never want to see that man again. That's how you get people canceled.
Philip, thank you for the super chat. Had a few college got junkers come to grab some old furniture this morning. Saw my graphic novel bookcase and were like, oh, I like this. Oh,
Philip, how are you, buddy? Oh, they saw that and they were like, hey, yeah. I remember when we had our movers move in here, and dude, them dudes were high AF. Like, they were living the good life. They were moving things and laughing. And one guy was just tripping. He was like, you're telling me there's comic books inside of those books? And I was like, yeah, man.
Like I said, are these dictionaries?
Yeah, he said, are they dictionaries? He was like, wait, you're saying that there's comics that I read as a kid inside these big books. So I took a book out, and his mind was blown. I don't know if he remembered any of this. He's like, oh, man, this is crazy. I can't believe they're doing technology, man. That's great.
Philip, thank you for the super chat.
Not
old. Reminds me of Galaxy Quest.
B minors, not minors, minors. Ball and chain.
Oh, thanks, Josh, for making up for Omar. I'm doing okay. Oh man. Yeah, I had a really busy morning, but I'm so grateful that Strider's nails are now trimmed.
Oh, good.
It was
did
successful.
He do okay?
Yes, he did bark, and he did try to turn his head. He growled. But we got through it. Yeah, I held him up here, and she got him from behind. And poor thing, he's never worn a muzzle before. We had to wait 45 minutes outside.
Oh, poor guy.
But he did really good.
All right, let's give him some treats then.
I did.
All right, Kentucky. They named that state after KFC.
Yeah.
They probably did.
Yeah, now that I have a job, everything for me is looking better. Oh, good. Yay.
Good to hear that, my friend. It's always good to see you too, man.
We could be.
And you knock off brand of bourbon. It's called Near Bourbon Condition. Coming your. Ooh, that would be cool.
A dork? Oh, I shouldn't show that.
Kentucky Latino. Is that Latin Kentuckians? OG. That's right. I was here before the old boom. See? Old boom? Not old?
No, just stop. Just stop.
I'll stop. I'll see myself out.
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He just, like, legit cannot handle getting his nails trimmed. So I had to give him, like, sedatives this morning and buy a muzzle.
I wasn't kidding when I said we got to get our dog drunk to go get his nails trimmed.
And the thing is, he was under the bed. And I was like, how did you know? There was nothing. The only weird different thing is I gave you peanut butter and a little bread.
Mm.
I was like, do you not feel good? I was like, I think he knew, like, oh, they're drugging me.
His full name is Aragorn Strider.
No, Strider Aragorn.
I'm sorry, Strider Aragorn Ryu.
Ryu is not part of his name. It's Strider Aragorn.
That's his full name.
No, it's not.
Because he's also part of the video game Strider, not just Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm his father. I'm pretty sure I could name him.
Right, Kate? How are you? They do.
They know. He's smart, dude.
But I just took it really slow, and I laid under the bed with him, and then I finally pet him, and then I just took his collar, and he came out with me. Have you ever seen anyone completely baffled by a Sabretooth and Holocaust Age of Apocalypse cover?
I think we spent 20 minutes on
the one.
Like, how are you
Was
lost?
it like proportions or like depth perception that was messed up or something in the picture? I don't know what the cover looks like.
I don't know. I never seen somebody so confused by Joe Mad art, and he was legit being serious. Like, I don't see his shoulders.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would do.
You don't see
that Genesis song. These are the hands we're given. I could only hear give. I could not hear the given. And I was like, no, he's saying hands were give. It is weird. And Tommy was like, no, it's given. I was like, I can't hear it. Okay. Delorean, I hope you're doing well. And Kane, good. I'm glad you are.
Kane, are you going to C2E2 this year? No, it was New York. That's where you were. So if anybody's going to C2E2, come and say hi. We'll have a meetup somewhere for because I want to see you all. Can't make any Kentucky jokes because the greatest of all time was from Kentucky. That's right, Jennifer Lawrence. No, he's talking about Muhammad Ali. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence.
Hey, in my ADHD brain, that led me to say, I've got a new crush on an old white male author. You want to hear it?
No.
Kurt Vonnegut, baby. Ooh.
Oh, they got to be dead too, right?
Yes. I'm on a Kurt Vonnegut kick. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I think I've got a little crush. Just like Arthur C. Clarke and Isaac Asimov.
It's me, Phoenix. I'm the Berserk guy. No, I'm the Berserk guy. It's me, Phoenix. No, I'm Uncanny Omar. How are you? No C2E2 because it will be too expensive for me. I'll be going to that's Anime New York.
fun.
and NYCC this year. Yeah, I need to apply for our press passes for San Diego and Heroes Con.
What is
One.
what?
It's me, Berserk.
Okay, we've got a question about the channel schedule here, but Hamza, I don't remember it. Those are the lyrics. Hey now, don't leave me hanging. Hey now. Is there another word?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're butchering songs. So channel schedule
What's
for
the
next
channel
week.
schedule?
Tomorrow there's an announcement. One in chat for Berserk. Do you think the main character's name in Berserk is Berserk? Because it's guts. For instance, Whistle Pig, a company from Vermont, makes. Well, they're not. They're it's false advertisement. No, they're not. They're making whiskey. All right. What the heck was this? Oh, the schedule. Tomorrow is the announcement video, but today, if you're on Patreon, Monday will be an announcement video for Titan Comics. Sorry, tomorrow's announcement is for Marvel. Also tomorrow is Sunday. What is the Sunday?
The Super Bowl?
No, yeah, Super Bowl. I forgot about that.
William, because the Super Bowl, we're hardcore football fans.
The Button Man Apex Edition, which is beautiful, and maybe Born Again with Lydia, because I've had that recorded for a while. No, your Lonely City overview if you do the Peacemaker.
Lonely City.
Monday, I am interviewing Brian. Let me double check that we're still on.
That says Bran.
Don't answer questions like that. That's Steve. Thank you. Brian Hickey.
Told you that.
So Monday morning will be my overview of Battle World Omnibus Volume 1. In the afternoon is the Kabuki overview. And then I am going to be interviewing Brian Hickey at 2 p.m. on Monday morning. He's the gentleman behind the
2 p.m.
Battle
Monday
Action,
morning.
Monday afternoon. Battle Action Force. Tuesday is the Marvel trades. And also the announcement. That's the announcement for another Titan book. And Wednesday, I believe, will be the Forever Evil overview, along with Reels Talk, and then a DC Finest. No, there's another DC Finest book at this afternoon. And then I do want to do a Kamui overview probably on Thursday, and the upcoming DC solicits on Friday. So that's kind of, yeah. I should have more of those announcements.
So good. I'm glad you asked this question again, because you saying that reminded me that I read this.
Thank you. They did so because of the dimensions. So they fixed the stretched art artwork for the double page spreads. They're back in Kabuki. They're back to splash pages now, which is wonderful. That's good. Because for some reason, and I didn't know this, but apparently David Mack is the one that decided to stretch out those splash pages to spread pages. I don't know why he decided to do that. So some of it's still a little stretched out, but because that's the dimensions, I don't think anybody's going to notice. I don't have any of the original trades anymore, but I had somebody scan some of their pages and do a comparison. You're making a comic now. That's awesome, man. Good for you, dude.
And
what's
Dennis Reynolds says, I wrote a letter to Kurt Vonnegut in high school and he responded. That's so awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I'm jealous. And Twisted Kister just got Secret Wars and Smurfs archives delivered.
Yeah, Matt Cave.
What a great combo.
Dude, I'm so excited for that Smurfs. Like you all.
Oh, are you?
I'm super excited. I love Peyo Smurfs. I never read the comics until they started doing the original paper cuts, hardcover editions. Like, you know me, I like a range of everything. So I get excited about X-Men. I get excited about Batman, but I also get excited about Smurfs and old manga that's coming back out.
I picked up Princess Celestia collection of stories at the comic book store because I'm a sucker for My Little Pony.
Oh yeah, and that always reminds me of Lydia and Alicia, like reading comics too.
The upcoming DC solicits will be a live show or recorded.
That's the one that is recorded by Dom. And I just want to give my buddy a big shout out. He has been a huge blessing and help for the channel. Like seriously, he's taken on the DC Finest overviews, and from time to time I'll do it
It's Me Phoenix. That's a cool name.
And he wants to do the solicits for DC. Now the big catalog. That's when we all get to do it live.
Kabuki's David Mack is in Kentucky. Kentucky also brought the world Robert Kirkman and Toni Moore, as well as Don Rosa.
And
Bourbon,
Jace! John right now is fuming. He's like, it's not. We can make bourbon here too. Where's John from? Oh, I don't want to dox John. Never mind, John.
Do you have an Evergreen stream planned soon?
Yes, Daredevil on the 27th, Thursday, the last Thursday of the month. It is Daredevil Stories Evergreen, and I've got a full panel almost assembled. John, I will... I just want to make. I'm waiting on one more person to say yay or nay, and then it'll be fun.
Omar, favorite era of DC Comics? I think my favorite era of DC Comics has to be the post-Infinite Crisis era, 2007 to 2011. A lot of great writers, artists, and creative teams on the books during that era.
I've got two, I think, equally, and same with Marvel. 80s is my favorite era. 87 to 1990 is my favorite era of Marvel and DC. Those 3 years, and then second by my return to comics, so like that 2002 to 2005 era, right? Like both for Marvel and DC. So yeah.
Does he drink a lot of apple juice?
Forever the youngest man on. Yeah, he doesn't drink alcohol. Good for him.
Oh, okay. The director of Fantastic Four gets some Always Sunny cameos in there. Which characters would you like to see interact with the MCU version of Frank and Charlie?
Oh, which characters? What's his name? The oh my gosh, the mailman. Oh, what if Charlie plays the mailman? What's his name? Willie Lumpkin. Willie Lumpkin. Yeah. And it's Charlie Cox. Not Charlie Cox, Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Or Frank Reynolds. Frank Reynolds. They are always fun. I have a lot of time. I have a lot of fun time doing the Evergreens.
Speaking of Don Rosa, when is the interview finally
happening?
I've
reached
waiting
out.
Years.
I know. I've been waiting years too, brother. I'll reach out again. He likes to stay home during the cold weather. He don't like to travel that much.
So both Max and Mr. Cobb. Mole Man.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Right. Danny DeVito is Mole Man.
Shaw's saying Dom is now also on the NMC Discord. How do you get access to that again?
Melanie?
You sign up for the $5 tier on Patreon, and it's a terrific, positive place where you could geek out about comics, but you also get access to documentation and writing votes. And as the tiers go up on Patreon, such as the next tier, $7.77, you have the monthly Ask Me Anything, which we need to put out a vote for this month's Ask Me Anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
Please come to the Fan Expo in Cleveland.
When is that? I have a good friend of mine that lives in Cleveland. Is that Bunk? Is that where Bunk lives? Bunk can say I can bunk up with him. That's a dad joke.
Rickety Cricket was still Rickety
Cricket is the only character in Always Sunny that I never does anything for me. I never grew. He gets nastier and nastier every season.
Dr. Mantis
Toboggan. I love the way Frank opens his eyes so wide when he realizes.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan.
He's like
hello from Turkey. What is the best omnibus you have ever read? Wow. It's hard to choose one. I'm going to choose Spider-Man versus Venom.
Yeah, if I got to go with my childhood, Uncanny X-Men Volume 3, if I got to go with something new that I've never, ever read before, in omnibus format.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's my childhood pick. But my current adult pick is Deadpool versus Deadpool and Cable.
Oh, man. What's an omnibus that I'm going to wait for this to come out in omnibus format? It's going to be something X-Men related, right? It's got to be something X-Men related because I've read a lot of these stories as they were coming out either in trade and then upgraded to omnibus format. Maybe Wolverine and the X-Men because I didn't read those trades. That was a lot of fun. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Phenomenal AC.
Thank you, brother. But we will always be here on YouTube. Bunk's in Cleveland. He's got an extra bunk you can sleep in. Never mind. If Mole Man starts talking about boys, soul, he's saying soul. How annoying and confusing is the new DC Absolute line started. Can't tell if someone's talking about Absolute Batman or Absolute Batman. Yeah, when I interviewed Sean Gordon Murphy, he was confused too, because it happened like they announced it that week that I interviewed Sean Gordon Murphy, and he was like, "Wait, so does that mean one day there's going to be an absolute Batman?" That's kind of dumb. I recently read X-Men Life, Death, and I'm currently on the Kitty Pryde Wolverine miniseries. Almost every issue during this period feels essential. You can really feel the characters changing. Oh yeah, that's where she becomes Shadowcat, right? Yeah.
Okay, so who's your favorite Berserk character?
Guts.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Yeah, mine's Guts.
Guts doesn't stop. Guts
but
is
you know who I actually like Puck. I think he's cute.
If I were Guts, I'd shuck him in the freaking river. Dude, Guts is an embodiment of what we all should strive to be, right? Like somebody that doesn't give up, that no matter what horrible things have happened in your life, you get up every morning and you just keep on trucking. And that's Guts. I love it. That's why he's amazing.
It's like Guts should be Terry Bogard and have his trucker's hat. Keep on trucking.
Okay.
Where is that hat? I want to wear it. This is a good choice as well. Slots All Red, Silver Surfers, maybe the best Omnibus of Red. When I picked up the reprint the last couple of years, what a run. Yes.
We need to send the. Oh, never mind.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Not that happy because my favorite football team just had a disappointing 0-0. What's that? Final Fantasy
For
score.
fudge sakes.
I don't know what this is. I'm assuming final and score.
Wait a minute. You watch football?
It's probably soccer.
Okay, first of all, she misspelled football. It's F-U-T, football. B-O-L, bar. Well, you just wrote as football, and everybody's thinking the Eagles and the Chiefs, right? The Eagles and Chiefs. Is that who's playing?
No, somebody asked you at the beginning.
Eagles
and
and
you're
Chiefs.
like,
the Birds?
Because we don't know sports.
Whose mascot is the Birds?
I don't know.
Alfred Hitchcock?
Wait. Well, Eagles are birds.
A production of Damon.
In the Central Park in the movie, please.
Man, when he's writing that song.
I have a little cute Griffith plushie.
Griffith is a messed up character.
Yeah.
My favorite Berserk character is Griffith. You all are weird, but that's on you.
Like Eddie Kendrick said in his song, "Keep on trucking."
That's right. Look at you, Eddie.
You are so American.
God, you are so American. We live in America. Of course we're so American. San Diego baseball had a chicken mascot. Yeah, my daughter's school has their flyers.
Yeah.
What the fudge is a flyer? I always think like a flyer for advertisement.
Oh, Western Kentucky University. It was
the big red.
And it was just a blob, and you waved a towel. I was like,
And he eats cheerleaders.
I didn't know that.
No, wait, no.
I didn't know that.
No, I came up with that. Whoops. He eats the other mascot. Like he goes around and like picks a fight and eats because his mouth can open and he can eat. And I was like, I wonder if he's ever picked up a cheerleader. No, he'll get canceled for that.
The Absolute Batman issues are numbered with numbers. The Absolute editions of Batman comics are numbered in volumes. Oh, well, there you go. There's a little bit of
hashtags.
Eagles
are birds, Melanie 2025. Bourbon is whiskey. I'm learning so much on this live. I hope you're all here learning all this stuff.
Oh, it's me, Phoenix. I accidentally, genuinely prayed watching the eclipse.
She cried.
I was like, oh, this is.
So I've been a fan of Berserk since '98, and my wife, for some reason, I kept her away from it because it's just so evil and horrible. So when I finally watched the movies, I was like, "Hey, do you want to watch the movies with me?" And she's like, and then she gets into it. She's into it. She's like, "This is awesome," and I'm like, "Oh, baby, you have no idea where this is going in my head, right?" And then now I don't want to spoil what happens, but during the eclipse, she's watching, and I'm watching her because I already know what's going to happen. And then it happens, right? And she's like, "Oh God!"
Like she
fell on her knees and started crying. And I was sitting on the couch with my arms crossed, going, "Yes, yes, it's still that's the reaction. That's the reaction to it. Yeah, I love it." Convince Omar to come to Cleveland. When is Fanboy Expo? When is that, Ben?
I've been collecting Omnis for about 1 year. Now I have 60 or 70 Omnis. Wow, congratulations. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get them in our country, and I'm thinking of collecting deluxe manga.
What
recommendations? Is that what you're asking for?
If you want deluxe manga, you are in luck because, man, we're living in... I was just telling Josh this, like, we're living in the best time of collected editions. Like, seriously. It seems like you can just wait long enough and you can get everything in hardcover format. Or time is just flying by and I'm turning into an old man. I don't know what's happening. But, I mean, Berserk, right? If you can stand the violence.
Max said, nope.
And you know,
That's why not.
yeah, like if you can send the violence, and I mean, and it's violence towards everybody. It's not just women. Like, you know, I see that happen, or I see that pop up a lot. Like, how can you read this? It's, you know, there's sexual violence towards women. I'm like, dude, there's like violence towards everybody. No one is safe in this world, like in this book. Vagabond, which just came out, Blade of the Immortal, which is one of my favorites. You've got Trigun, Vinland Saga, which is another masterpiece. And I mean, you even have stuff by Tanabe, Go Tanabe, doing some H.P. Lovecraft stories. So there's just a great time to be in collected editions.
I pre-ordered the Punisher Omni by Rick Remender for
Frankencastle. I'm really excited. You think I should read to prepare it, or I'm just no? You're good because the omnibus collects everything, right? You know, Frank Castle, vigilante, kills bad guys. That's all you really need to know.
When you met Omar, what did I just call you? Omar. Did he tell you how big of a huge fan of his Beautiful World comics he was? Is when I first met Omar through his younger brothers, I got to see his action figure collection, and I was really impressed with it. I was like, whoa, this is really cool.
It was.
And then he's the one who let me borrow Masonic Koku and manga and anime and such. That I was reading comics in middle school, and then in high school I got out of it. So this was when I was in college when I met him and we started hanging out. So yeah, I guess I didn't know how much you liked comics. I knew you liked comics, but
yeah, and at that time I was
it got me back into comics, definitely. So
smash that like button.
Let's see. Fan Expo is next month. The comic guest list is pretty awful. GalaxyCon Columbus in December pulls much better comic talent. And yes, you have my number.
I do have it. How does Ben know the answer to all these questions?
I really want that Ultimate X-Men Omni 3 announcement. I remember you saying it got pulled.
It did get pulled, yeah. Which doesn't mean that it's gone forever. It just means that they're, you know, they need some, because as I mentioned, I think on the previous live streams, that volumes 2s and 3s and 4s aren't selling as much as volume 1s, right? Unless they're always Spider-Man or X-Men. They just seem to sell all the time. So they're reassessing what they put out so they can have some bangers.
Fan Expo
This is March.
It's in March.
Now, in March, I'm going to be missing 2 Saturday live streams. One will be taken over by the ladies, the first one in March, and the last one will be taken over by Dom. Yeah, you, Amanda, Maddie, and Tina are going to do it. And I'll invite Oddfell too. I will be doing the Manly camping annual trip with my Manly friends who rented a huge cabin with a hot tub, which is not camping at all, thank God. And that I had no idea. I forgot. I promised my daughter Lydia that I would be taking her to a toy convention, and it also happens to be in March. So I won't be doing a Saturday stream, but I'm gonna have Dom to do it. Yeah. So enjoy me while you can. Never thought I'd hear a girl that she was impressed by an action figure. That brings a tear to my eye. So that means there's always hope, right? There's always hope. There's always hope. Just got to meet the right one. Got to meet the right one.
Oh, man alive. Okay.
Man alive.
Man alive.
Who says that?
Me and old people. I am
old Melanie over here.
I've been saying that since I was like 20.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, did you see earlier my pictures of
her
my students? Because Doug mentions Godzilla is so awesome, so they could rewrite mentor sentences in the same structure of his awesome literature-ness, goodness. Yes, that's a term. Or draw the pictures. But do you have a favorite Godzilla comic? That's the only I've only read Doug mentions Godzilla.
This right here, Godzilla, the half-century war. It's awesome. It goes through decades of one man's life obsessed over hunting down Godzilla. James Stokoe, if you've never seen his artwork, look at that. Oh, this book needs to be in deluxe edition. Unfortunately, standard size. I'd love to see a complete, like, Arthur Adams collection of Godzilla comics, too, from his Dark Horse era. He's a big fan of kaiju. Hey, Lionheart, how are you, my friend? Have you picked up anything from Storm Collectibles yet? I picked up Hamaru, Luke, Ryu, Morrigan, and also my G.I. Joe Compendium hardcovers came in.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, mine actually got shipped out. I hope to get it sometime this week. So I've pre-ordered. To me, I know the importance of pre-ordering toys. I know when I talk about comics is the same thing, right? That's how they gauge how much to print. Toys are the same way because they're already sold out of some of the villains of SNK Fighters, the Storm Collection. I did pre-order Ken because he's only $27. I know he's a 1 in 12 scale, so I'm excited for Alpha because I love Street Fighter Alpha, man. So I got, if it's Street Fighter, I usually get them unless it's like, I don't need another Hot Ryu. I already got one Hot Ryu.
You got Hot Ryu pin. He's cute.
Let's see. And like I don't get different colors, I get one, like just one. The original colors are good enough for me. But I did get Kyo Kusanagi. I got his traditional look and then the one from 2001. Is it 2001 King of Fighters when he's got the white jacket? Because he's like my main, right?
Let's see. Just completing my annual collection call. You guys still accepting contributions for giveaways and such? Yes. Like he said earlier, right now, still trying to clean up and keep this momentum of keeping things organized. So,
but we will have a big giveaway, and I will put out the near mint condition signal for people to start sending donations. I'll let you all know when.
And speaking of Valentine's Day, I wanted for Omar to help organize the basement and put up your posters, or at least find some place to put up posters and stuff.
Good thing I locked this one down. Not a lot of people will put up with this madness, but Melanie's she's a kind human being.
Oh, thank you. Really? You've never met a woman who was into comics? Oh, that's sad.
You're hanging out at the wrong place, Dennis Reynolds.
Also, you're Dennis Reynolds.
You need to go to more. What was something Dennis would do? Dennis and Mac would go to feminist rallies to go and pick up chicks. Yeah, man, there's no talent on this side. How's it look over there? A couple talented over here. Sorry for my English. That's okay. I'm currently studying language in the UK. I couldn't write the ending because there was a word limit. Thanks for your advice. I love you. Best channel on YouTube. Thank you. Thanks. Now, that came through just fine, my dude.
And we have a super chat down here.
Red Gotham Central, thank you for the super chat, Jennifer. I hope you're doing well. And Marvel Cosmic Omnibus, and was wondering your thoughts on Bendis' new Avengers Omni. I plan on reading it next. I'm not a fan, but I know that lots of people are. And when you read it, you might go, Omar's crazy. I'm never trusting his advice again. Me personally, I don't like it. But I'm a continuity buff, right? Like I love continuity, and there were a lot of things I had issues with. But oh my gosh, one of the best-selling titles, if not the best-selling title at Marvel Comics for years, and there's a reason for that. Lots of people got into Avengers because of Bendis. So
thank you for
you will enjoy it.
And Omnibo, oh my gosh, moving is so difficult. I'm sorry. I was reading the word nearly. I'm nearly at 200 boxes. I hate my life, man.
Yeah, dude, it's not easy, and let me tell you, it will test the waters of that relationship too.
It's a good thing I locked this one down. You mean
hey, Melanie, that's a good question from Matt. Good old Melanie. Right above.
Yes,
update?
I meant to.
I don't know where it is. It was over there.
Maybe...
Did you put it in a folder?
I can look. I wouldn't have thrown it away.
No. You better not have.
Stu, Omar went through the
I did.
schedule earlier.
Yeah, I did, buddy.
And
yes,
any Hulk announcements?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, my special lady isn't into comics or figures whatsoever. She finds it all childish, which is her only flaw, and needs to communicate better. She also doesn't watch this channel. For the communication tips.
Communication tips. Don't ask you how you feel about something.
Hey, Neon Love. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. I heard a rumor that the Death DC Compact Comics edition was canceled and or postponed for obvious reasons. Do you know if it's true?
All I know is the facsimile of Sandman 8 is canceled officially. I don't know about the DC Compact Death though. It's a shame.
Are you guys see Cowboy Bebop with the movie on the big screen? Where do you live? You've got all these screens.
No, I think is it what's it called? The theater line, the one in Nicholasville, I think.
Movie Tavern.
Yeah, because it's part of that.
Well, that movie, the animation
Knocking
for
on
the
Heaven's
martial
Door?
arts, mwah, of course, because the show had great animation for the martial arts. Like, oh, that's just have fun.
Love
No, we're
that
not
question.
seeing it. Which one, Michael?
I really like that question.
Hey, in fact, look, I'm drinking out of Cowboy Bebop right now. I'm drinking out of Cowboy Bebop. All right.
Cowboy Bebop is not the name of the character. What 3 appearances would you like to own just to actually have a piece of comics history, not for monetary values?
Aw.
Wolverine. So Hulk 181, not 180. John Size X-Men again. And I had these. That's the thing that sucks. Oh, and then Batman 1, maybe? I don't know. I'm a Marvel guy, so probably Fantastic Four 1. Just because that is the beginning of the Marvel age. What about you?
Deadpool.
I have that. It's probably yours more now than
Where
it's
is
ever
it?
been. It's in that closet.
Okay. That's all I got.
Cable? I got Cable too.
Okay,
I got you. What else you got?
All right, one more. Well,
Venom. I sold my Venom first appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Years ago. That was along with all the
that
other
would have been
comics.
cool. Yeah,
I had that.
Did you get review copies of Astonishing Daredevil or Webba?
Probably. I haven't opened up the boxes. I'm opening them up tomorrow to film some TikToks with Tina. I can't believe I just said that sentence. But yeah, I wait to open up my boxes to do TikToks.
Comics for Life, he did.
I did,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Yeah.
I think it is a good idea. I'm really hard on myself. And I kind of like reading some stuff just for me and not having to feel like, oh, I've got to remember what I read because ironically, I have a really hard time remembering comics. Like if it's a book, that's way easier. But if it has pictures, then it's opposite of what it should happen. And I forget what happens. Michael has all of those except Fantastic Four #1. Wow, cool.
That's awesome, Michael.
Everything. Oh, wait, what was the question? You missed everything under the sun. Yeah, TikTok's back, baby. It was gone for like a few hours, right? Omar wants Uncanny X-Men 350 because he loves
I have that. I hate that issue so much.
Thanks, New Spooky Channel. You did hear something about a Demon in a Bottle book club coming soon. That's next week. We're doing the third Sunday of each month at 2 p.m. Eastern time via Zoom book club meetings. And what won the vote this month is Demon in a Bottle Iron Man. That would you call it a classic story? I feel
it's a
like
classic,
it, and I've never read it before. So
you need to get
join
on
us if you're interested in the $7.77 tier on Patreon. And why is your manga collection going for TikTok but not YouTube?
Because that's 2 shelves that are up. I have one that needs to be remade.
They're just a
3.
mess. It's not camera worthy.
Nope. Not for a while.
Superman by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason is my favorite modern Superman omnibus. My favorite classic Superman omnibus is the first volume of Superman the Triangle Era.
That's a great era.
Greetings from Prague, Czech Republic. Thanks to your video, How to Read Superman, I started to build up my collection. Does the Triangle New Omnis will cover some of the trades mentioned?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
I had X-Men #1 too. I don't really have a lot of love out of for the original 5 except for Warren, but it's not until he becomes Archangel that I don't like him. Come yell at me at the book club. Yeah, this is your fault if it sucks. What if she's like, I'm never reading another comic again? Melanie, I forget a lot about comics. Yeah, you and Jess should review comics just so you can talk.
Oh, does he as well? You can't remember.
Because he can't remember anything. But I'm just thinking, both of you, when he was
what's the
going
point
off,
if I don't remember? How
when
can
he was
I
going off
review
about
it?
the cover, I could just see you talking about a cover for 30 minutes, going, "What's going on with his toe over there?" And Jess is like, "I don't even see his feet."
Where am I?
People are like, "What the heck am I watching?"
Let's see. Since you're an English teacher, I'm really curious what comics you consider to be literature. I think God Loves Man Kills. Aw. Watchmen, Mouse, Animal Man. Animal Man by
Grant Morrison.
Yeah, is that I started reading it and I didn't get into it. Like I could tell it was good, just like Starman. I just think sometimes I don't know, I need to be in the mood or something. Oh, so you're asking me for like specific titles. Well, I mean, Zdarsky's Daredevil, like it could legit be used to teach themes and motifs and character development. And oh my gosh, I would love to be able to do that. And what I mentioned earlier about Doug Mentions Godzilla, his fantastic word choices and the variety of sentence structures that I did use that as a lesson. I think there's so many good stories. It doesn't have to be like you got in your list. It doesn't have to be superhero. Like it could be anything. There's such great stories. Oh yeah, Peacemaker tries hard. It's real. I was pleasantly surprised. There's one page at the end. I was like, oh, that's really heartfelt. That's getting me. But I wanted to use an example of how they still have Kirby dots in comics, and I was like, except it's the F-bomb is the sound effect of the word. But workplace accident, I use that panel instead. Yay. All right, you're not talking. Omar's the biggest X-Men fan I know, but he seems to hate 50% of it.
Hate is a strong word.
You're just very passionate and picky.
Hate is a strong word. There's a lot I don't like. I don't really hate anything. Like
this would be fun.
Melanie and I should review comics and
to
it would
guess
probably
the
turn
book.
into guess the book.
You know, that one book.
Actually, that would be fun. Anzuelo. You know, they were supposed to send me a review copy of that image, and I need to get back to talking to those guys again.
Oh, okay. So actually, I think I only read like 4.
I just started reading Peter David's Hulk run. Besides Onslaught, is there any other events or other series that affect that run, or should I be able to read it straight through? There's a crossover with the X Factor, but that's collected in the Omnibus edition, and the annual crossovers have the important stuff in the Omnibus. I want to say I think you're good, man, up until you get to Onslaught. You're right. Which I mean, Onslaught's collected everywhere. Onslaught is the one event that I think you're gonna, no matter what comic you're reading at the time for Marvel, if it's an omnibus format, it will have that Onslaught Marvel universe in there.
Any Wolverine Omni announcements, bub?
Yes. Yeah. Because I mean, there's so much left.
Yay! Like, okay. Good
I bit the bullet and pay $270 Sorcerer Supreme. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. And you paid $275 because you had to tell me. I'm sorry that you did that. What if it makes it into the reprint poll? That's okay. You know what? Here's the thing, and this is what I tell everybody when they ask me my personal opinion. If you need it and you got the money, go for it. Who the heck am I to tell you not to spend your money, right? I often tell people to wait. But some people don't want to wait, and they also have disposable income. And if you got that kind of disposable income, then go for it, sure. Because I have viewers of mine, I've said that to. I'm like, if you wait, and they're like, I don't want to wait. I've got money. Where should I get it? And I'm like, okay. So that's why whenever I do like hidden gems, people don't mind if I talk about books that are out of print because they're like, well, if I really want something, I'll go and find it. Of course, then again, not everybody has that much income too, but really, it depends on the person.
My fellow comic reader,
yes,
who started reading in the 80s. How would you map Avengers Volume 6? We'd love to have it go through 191 to get all the shooter stuff, and Melanie burn runs, right?
Yeah, I would follow the Masterworks. I would follow the Masterworks.
Yep, Arjun. The Godzilla original Marvel years on me.
Yeah, that one's good. It's got good wordage. Good wordage.
Good wordage, baby.
He's good with the words.
The best there is. And lots of celebratory emojis.
Let's go, bub.
Cromp, yes! They super chats do always get gifts. Here. Do you want I'll give you a goofy one. You get the butt comic.
The butt comic.
I never watched The Loud House. Is that what it's called? I never watched that cartoon.
My friend Amanda worked on that show.
Oh yeah.
She was one of the key animators. I know you've said we're getting some new Star Wars announcements. Are newer canon or Legends? Well, can I see this logo?
Yeah.
They've moved things around. So it looks like you're getting a little of both. But some things have also moved. Also, Omar, you mentioned Yukio was your main. Oh, yeah, dude. May I ask why? Considering my Terry and Geese K are right there Why do you have such an immaculate taste in Guilty Gear, but such a unique one in SNK? So my main 3 in SNK were Leona in 96 to me is the best King of Fighters. Best.
I love Leona.
Leona.
I identify with Leona.
Terry and Kyo. That was my 3. Oh my gosh. Like when she was introduced in 3 from Ikari Warriors, I was like, yes, sir. Adding this lady to my mains. I don't know. I like the way Kyo plays. I love his super. I like his what is it called when your energy bar's down and you have your super bar build up? What is that called? I don't play fighting games hardly.
I like how
anymore.
Leona is strong and yet agile and like
She's cool.
do
She's
the
got
spin with the jump.
She's got the earring bomb. She takes her
Oh
earring
yeah, that's cool.
Man, I bought all 3 Sorcerer Supremes Omnis dirt cheap, like 50 each during IST sales several years. Can't believe how high some of these Omnis go now on eBay. Yeah, let me look at Jim Lee's X-Men Volume 1 was at Ollie's, right? The second time. I think about like I paid $20 for Howard the Duck, Man-Thing. What was the other? There was another omnibus that I paid like $20 on D-Head or on eBay, but it was because it was liquidated. King of 96. Tell me you're an old head without that. Hey,
15 is
15. Back in my day, we used to go by the years. Is that 2015? Get out of here with that nonsense, Crump. Dude, this is 2000. Oh man.
Don't Fear the Reaper, Blue Oyster
Don't Fear the
Cult?
Reaper.
That's a good song.
Other than Godzilla.
Is Don't Fear the... What if the name of the song is Don't Fear the Reaper?
What did Bar say?
I don't understand any words. Let's see. I said absolutely no word of what Jean Remy
Just said. What did he say?
About what you guys just talked about, King of Fighters.
King of Fighters. Bar, what you need to do is get a little more knowledge. You need to go outside of your Harley Quinn comics to experience the world outside of it.
Magical Drop 4 close this weekend.
Yeah, we have the Japanese version. So I think we're
So
okay with that, yeah.
Our kids, they're just like me. They're so weird with their, what's it called?
Obscure?
Fandoms.
Yeah.
But they hyper focus on it for like 2 months and they're like, I don't want to play any of the games. I just want to look at the pictures and talk about the characters.
Oh, I just had to. I got to go and pre-order Kim Capcom too from Big Bad Toy Stores.
So we've got a couple more minutes.
All right.
Keep up the good work. Any news on the release date of Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 5 Omni?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Any update on the next reading order?
I am letting our patrons vote this month. I think it's going to be between Wonder Woman and Avengers is what I've come. I got to talk to Dom about that. In preparation for Daredevil Born Again, what comics do you recommend? When I see the trailer footage, I get Zdarsky vibes. Charles Soule's run, which I know it's not
Zdarsky's run.
But they just reprinted the Mayor Fisk book, which is found in the Charles Soule Omnibus. And that's an important one featuring the character Muse. Expand your horizons, Bar. Thank you all.
I can't get more knowledge. I'm stupid. Being stupid.
You can't even spell football.
Any 2099 news?
I don't think so. We don't really have a lot more for 2099.
This is a good point. You don't drink bourbon straight. You mix it with cranberry juice.
Oh, yeah. I work at a distillery. I know what went into that bourbon. Let me tell you, I got stories. You all would never drink it again if you knew.
Any FF announcements?
I can't answer that question. No, actually, I don't think there are any. I can't answer that.
Okay. Spider-Gwen, Nick Bradshaw, Omni reprints. Honestly, I've been waiting a few years for a reprint announcement.
You mean the cover? The Nick Bradshaw? I haven't seen it show up. I don't even know when it and this year I'm going to keep an closer eye on where things end up on the poll. Overstated wink. That's Head 2 confirmed. I wish. I love That's Head 2.
Had good fortunes with completing my collection through the Swedish version of eBay. Depending on cash flow as a freelancer, I'll stop buying books and then cross my fingers for reprints or secondhand.
And that's a good way to do it too.
There you go. That's how you spell it.
No, you are dead to me, Bar. Are you kidding me? We need FF4. Make sure you vote for it, Arjun. To be fair,
Bar.
Can you be Latino and not know SNK? Right? Somebody would have to take away my Latino badge, even though I prefer old school 1996. The 1900s, man.
Gonna take you for a ride.
All right, everybody.
That was Capcom versus SNK, wasn't it?
Yes. No, that's Capcom versus Marvel.
Gonna take
Marvel versus Capcom. 2.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sure. Sure.
Bonering. Who the heck would put marrow in a fighting game? Have a great weekend, everybody. Read more comics. That's right. Last question. What is the reprint Spider-Man JMS Volume 1 and Roger Stern? There was no Roger Stern, right? No, there was. Make sure you vote. Come back and vote in, I believe, April is when I'm going to do that.
Okay,
I need to go through the announcements
I showed Kane's questions.
Okay. So we'll do three more questions. Omar, do you think you'll be announcing the last reprints of 2025 before the new reprint poll? Yes, that is the plan. I love that Ryan Wilson speaks for all the white people. Not even white people. He just says whites. Us whites.
What's the best Jeff John? What's the 4 best Jeff Johns albums? Oh, sorry. You got to pick individual volumes.
JSA Volume 2. Green Lantern Volume 1, because that ends with the Sinestro Corps. Flash Volume 2, and Blackest Night. Final answer. Hawkman's good too, though.
Jewish Dragons. No.
Second. Yeah.
If you like it, then good for you.
Let me tell you something right now, Jewish Dragons. I've said this many times on my stream. It ain't a fighting game unless some mofo is screaming Hadouken and throw a fireball from his hand.
Okay, so
there was that 3D. What is
how about
Street Fighter EX?
Ryan? We're just giving me a hard time, Jewish Dragon. Ryan, can I have the last question?
What
Marvel
Ryan
series
Wilson
from the
doesn't
90s,
get no. I
would you
refuse to
say-
give Ryan
Shush!
Wilson the last question.
What Marvel series from the 90s would you say would be essential reading because it affects so many other series? That's a good question.
Silver Surfer, I think, like Infinity Gauntlet affected a lot of series back then. But X-Men because of Onslaught too. Glad I can watch live. Yeah, Joe, it's always good to see you, and thank you for the comments. Thank you all. Hit that like button.
All right. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And just realized that X-Men Blue and Gold Omni is our voted Bishop's Crossing Omni.
I think I mentioned that in the video, didn't I? Definitely voting by Daredevil by Soul next poll. Missing that one. A lot of people are, and it was voted in our poll. It's just they need a reminder because they've slowed down on reprints to get some bangers out there. Like, All right, everybody, we are out of here.
Weekend.
Have a
See
wonderful
you next
weekend. I will be
Saturday.
back live on Monday at 2 p.m.
Is it working? Okay. Our internet went out and we couldn't end the stream. Let's try this again. See you guys next weekend. Goodbye. Stay